Hi, everybody. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. It is Thursday, August 7th, 2025. The tropics are pretty active. We're going to go through a briefing of the tropics. I'm going to show you a little bit of the GOES West satellite, a little peek from the European satellite at the developing tropical wave. And then I'm going to take you down into California to show you a little bit of wildfire activity. The Gifford fire is really growing and quite intense. So intense, it's showing up in satellite imagery, the GOES West satellite image, very clearly with wildfire enhancement technology using infrared. So let me start here in the Atlantic. This update is for the All Hazards Consortium, the sensitive information sharing environment where we share information across platforms to private sector liaisons that work in state emergency operations centers, and also private sector owner and operators so they can move commerce safely across the nation, provide services, and also move utility fleet vehicles across state boundaries to restore power quickly when big storms hit. So here we go. This is what it looks like from the standpoint of the GOES East satellite. I have it in this position right here because way off here, you can see my cursor. Way off here is no more the remnants of Tropical Storm Dexter. It is now a post-tropical storm force low. That means it has very strong winds, storm force winds, 50 knots or higher, but it is not tropical anymore. And you can see it as nighttime approaches. This is the terminator line. The sea surface temperature data shows that Dexter has moved into cooler waters of the North Atlantic here. You can see the influence of the Gulf Stream coming out here, but now it's over cooler waters. It is diminishing in intensity. From a tropical perspective, the dynamics have gone away. It's now transitioned into an extratropical low. It's still a major force for shipping activity. We know there are a lot of ships out there trying to bring products and services to the United States and elsewhere around the world. So this is an area to avoid, but no threat to the mainland United States as that moves out. Let me take it full screen here and show you what it looks like as we widen out and show you more of the world and what's happening in the tropics. There goes Dexter. In the southeast, there's not a whole lot going on here. We're watching this area of some thunderstorm activity, but it's really running out of real estate and running out of time here to develop into anything tropical. And then I'm going to scroll all the way over here to off of Africa so we can look at this system. This is a tropical wave that is forecast to develop into a tropical storm, maybe a hurricane over the next 7 days. And I'll show you all that here on GeoCollaborate. But I wanted to change the perspective really quickly here so you can see what it looks like from the European satellite perspective. It's similar to the GOES satellite, but it's geostationary over Europe, so they can have the same kind of data for their citizens as we have for the United States and North America and the Caribbean and South America. Here we go. So here is the west coast of Africa. This is from EUMETSAT. This satellite is called Meteosat 10 satellite, and you can see it's dark in Africa already, nighttime there. Here comes the terminator line, but this is what we're looking at. This is the tropical wave. It's a little bit better to look at here from this perspective. You can see a little bit, maybe some circulation here. It's trying to do something, but notice also some dry air, a lot of dry air. There's just really some banding. This is a tropical wave, and we're going to be watching it move across the country. Let me show you GeoCollaborate full screen. Wow, it's a busy GeoCollaborate right now. I'm going to start over here with the system I was just talking about. This is the tropical wave expected to move in this direction up towards the center part of the Atlantic. Fortunately, it does not look like it's going to be a threat to the United States or any of the islands. Although if it does develop into a tropical storm and hurricane out here, it will send waves that could produce rip currents. We'll keep you updated on that. Won't be for the next 5 to 6 days or so when that happens. So this is going to move up here, and it does have a 60% chance of developing over 7 days. Here's the path that Dexter took, and this is the last advisory from 11 o'clock this morning Eastern Time. Dexter is history. It looks like it's going to be heading towards the United Kingdom, Ireland, but it may dissipate totally before it even gets to that coastline. So Dexter, we can wipe that one off. And here is that small area of potential development off the Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey coastline, way out there, where this could possibly develop. It doesn't have much of a possibility. The National Hurricane Center gives it a 20% chance over 7 days. So we're going to stop talking about that one right now. It is out of here. Let's look down into the Pacific. So we have this system that developed. We were watching that over the last couple of days. Yes, this is a tropical storm Ivo. Winds right now are 40 knots, 45 miles per hour. And it looks like the path is going to take it away from land. It did give Acapulco winds and rain today. A lot of heavy rain and kicked up quite a bit of surf, but it's going to be moving away from Mexico over the next several days. This one out here, we've talked about this one over the last several days, Henriette. Henriette never made it to hurricane force, and this is what we look like right now. Let me get a little bit closer here. Here is the radius, initial radius of tropical storm force winds, and Henriette does not look like it is going to make hurricane force. Now, tropical storm Ivo is forecast to reach hurricane strength in this area right in here. That'll kick up the waves in Cabo for sure. But Henriette looks like it's going to follow the same path as Gil, north of the Hawaiian Islands. This is Hawaii right here in the island chain. Looks like it will miss it, but could kick up some waves along the north shore of Hawaii. So that's the tropical roundup there. I'm going to show you what it looks like from the satellite picture when we widen out a little bit. Here we are. Let me do a little bit of drawing on this. I'll pull out the draw tool here. Here is Henriette right here. And I'm going to move this satellite up just a little bit so I can circle the Hawaiian Islands as well. So here are the Hawaiian Islands. And here is Henriette. Looks like it's going to take a path this way. And look at that remnant circulation. That's a remnant low pressure system, Gil, that moved in this similar path. So Henriette is only a danger to shipping. It is kicking up waves, in some cases 10 to 15-foot waves out there in the Pacific. So if you're in a cruise ship and headed that way, yes, you're going to feel it. Now what I'd like to do is focus in on this wildfire in California. You can maybe squint and see a little bit of smoke here as I zoom in. I'm going to switch sectors to the 1-minute satellite sector. This wildfire is called the Gifford Wildfire in California. It's about 17 miles northeast of Santa Maria in California. It's a big one. It's a big fire. You can see all the smoke here. This is the 1-minute satellite image from the Goes West satellite. You can see the smoke is also hanging towards the surface back here with low-level winds that are kind of weak. So this is all smoke. So there could be some air quality issues. No real air quality advisories have been issued, only in Colorado. I'll show you that in just a second. But this fire is a large one. As a matter of fact, the Gifford fire officials will host a community meeting in Santa Maria tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time to provide an update on the current situation and address any questions that you have in the community. The meeting will be held at the Santa Barbara County Fire Station. And here's something else that's important. It will be broadcast virtually on YouTube and Facebook. So make sure that you connect if you have any interest in and around Santa Maria and you want to monitor the progress of this fire. I also want to show you how visible this fire is from the GOES West satellite. We have infrared sensors on the GOES West satellite and the GOES East, so we can pull out the wildfire itself. Check this out. I'm going to switch over to that and look at that. We can see the heat from the flames burning. This is right now as far as the GOES West satellite is concerned. So this is the flame of that wildfire. It's burning very hot. We take away some of the other wavelengths here so you can't see a whole lot of clouds or smoke, although if you squint you can see some of the smoke right here. But I just wanted to show you the significance of this wildfire. That's why they're having that community meeting at the Santa Barbara County Fire Station. Remember, it'll be broadcast live on YouTube and Facebook. Now, there are other wildfires burning. We've talked about the wildfires in Canada, and that has swept some of the smoke across New England, across New York, even across Maryland today. There was some smoke at the higher levels. It was cloudy for most of the day, but the sky does look milky from those Canadian wildfires. And I want to show you, this is a look right now in Chicago. Visibility still quite low because of smoke in the air from those Canadian wildfires. What about air quality alerts? This is a new graphic that we've been working on here. We're going to show where wildfire smoke is creating air quality alerts. And you can see in Colorado, these are the counties that are under air quality alerts, including Boulder County and also Broomfield, Clear Creek, and Routt County, where Steamboat Springs Steamboat Ski Resort is. That's people are out there enjoying a lot of biking. You want to be careful. The air quality is bad. There's also a pre-evacuation notice issued for Meeker because of the Lee fire in Colorado. So if you live in Colorado, anywhere near Meeker, make sure you pay close attention for any evacuation orders that'll be issued by your local officials. Well, turning back to GeoCollaborate, I did want to point out something else that is of interest here. If you notice, this particular data layer that I have displayed is from the Weather Prediction Center, and that's in College Park, Maryland. This, you see, is the excessive precipitation outlook for the next 3 days. And everywhere in the U.S. is green. We have no level 2 threats for flooding in the United States. This is the first day without a level 2 risk of flooding somewhere in the United States for the last 46 days. If you think we've talked a lot and you've seen a lot of flash flood warnings around the United States over the last month and a half, it is absolutely true. The National Weather Service has issued more flash flood warnings up to the month of July than at any other time in the National Weather Service's history. Now, there could be very localized flash floods. I just noticed here, look at this. This is a severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued in Montana. And I noticed here, too, a severe thunderstorm warning issued down here for New Orleans as well, just north of New Orleans, north side of Lake Pontchartrain, but a marine warning in effect for southern Louisiana. Now, I'm going to turn on the national radar data so we can see what that looks like here, because before I started doing this recording, I was going to make the statement that we didn't even have a severe thunderstorm warning in the United States at that moment in time. And that was, I guess, about an hour ago, so about 4:59 Eastern time. But now we have one in southeast Louisiana, and we also have one in Montana. And this one up in Montana has been issued. There it is for this cell. Look at that. That is a pretty strong cell right there. This is the GFS model. Let's take a look at the forecast real quickly. It doesn't look like there's anything major although we do have the chance of those showers and thunderstorms like that are moving out of Montana, moving into North Dakota and along the Canadian border there. We'll see that happen over the next 24 hours or so. This is by tomorrow afternoon around 2 o'clock. The GFS is showing this storm or low pressure system off the coast of the Carolinas developing. I don't think it's really going to impact the coastal areas. So that's going to be moving out. You can see that to the east there. And then we'll have high pressure taking over in the mid-Atlantic area. And then afternoon showers and thunderstorms popping up in the upper Midwest down towards Florida. And right on the edge over here could be that potential tropical system that we're watching right now. That's a tropical wave that's going to move into the middle part of the ocean. So that's the way it looks. Nothing real spectacular. Afternoon showers and storms. You do want to remember, if you hear thunder, go indoors. We've had a rash of people being struck by lightning, particularly out recreating, whether it's fishing, even outside on farms, or even at the beach. So be very, very careful at that. So thanks so much for watching this update. I'm Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. Please watch out for yourself and watch out for your neighbors. They really do appreciate it. We're monitoring wildfires. We're monitoring the status of the tropics, and we'll bring them to you during these video updates. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.